Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. I think it's pretty safe to say that most of us don't like chaos. Matter of fact, we expend a lot of energy and effort towards keeping the chaos at bay. Well, one of the things that we can be comforted by as we deal with chaos is that Jesus is the one who controls chaos. We see that in our reading today in Luke chapter 8. Twice in Luke chapter 8, in our reading today, we find Jesus controlling chaos. In the first story, Jesus calms the sea. This is a time in which Jesus has his disciples get on the boat. They're about to cross the sea, and all of a sudden, this gale of wind comes. It says in verse 23, it descended on the lake, and they began to be swamped and to be in danger. They were in a very chaotic environment there on the sea, in the middle of the sea, very dangerous. But they are able to wake Jesus up, and Jesus got up, it says in verse 24, and rebuked the wind and the surging waves, and they stopped, and it became calm. Here in this story, Jesus demonstrates his ability to calm a chaotic environment. But then the next story shows us how Jesus is able to calm a chaotic person. There with the demonic, and when they get over to the country of the Gerasenes, which was on the other side of the Sea of Galilee, they find this man who was demon possessed. As a matter of fact, he had a lot of demons inside of him, and they were called Legion. There were so many of them. This person was uncontrollable, and they tried to bind him with chains, and he would break the chains, and he was going out into the wilderness, just a picture of chaos. And Jesus encounters these demons, and he casts them out into the swine, and the swine go down into the sea. And this is how the man ends up at the end of the story. In verse 35, it says, the people went out to see what had happened, and they came to Jesus and found the man from whom the demons had gone out, sitting down at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind, and they became frightened. So here Jesus calmed the chaotic person, took him from a state of being demon-possessed, of breaking chains, going crazy, being out in the wilderness, to sitting, being clothed, and in his right mind. So here we see Jesus being able to control chaos, both when it's in the environment and then also when it's within the person. And as we think about chaos in our lives, isn't that how it typically comes to us? Either it comes to us in our environment, in our outward circumstances, or it comes from within, a chaotic mind. Our minds begin racing. We begin becoming anxious, and thoughts are running through our minds, and we just feel very chaotic within. Well, we serve a Jesus who is able to control both. And we know that when we go to the Lord, whatever we have to deal with today or tomorrow or in the upcoming week, we know when we come to the Lord that he can help us in one of these two ways, if not both ways. We know that we can come to him and know that he can control our environment. And we can bring our chaotic environment to him in prayer and ask him that he would bring calm into the situation, that he would speak calm into the chaos in our situations. But even if out of necessity we must go through the chaos to fulfill his purpose and his plan in our lives, we could also pray that he would calm the chaos within and at least bring calm to our hearts. Because sometimes our circumstances might be chaotic, but all the while we could be calm on the inside as we're placing our trust in the Lord, as we're walking by faith, as we're looking to Jesus, as we lift up our eyes above the chaos to the heavenly realms. We can have calm in our hearts even though we're in a chaotic situation, because Jesus is the one who can calm the chaos in a person. We see this in our reading today. So whatever our chaos looks like for us today, whether it's on the outside or it's on the inside or both, let's take that to the Lord and know and be confident that he is a Jesus who controls the chaos, and he can help us in the chaos that we encounter each and every day. So let's take courage and face the day knowing that we have Jesus by our side. So here's some things we can reflect on and think about as we do our readings today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.